Hey YouTube, Susan with a Z here, and Z is hard to say with the Invisaligners in. Today I wanted to kind of give you an overview of a survival kit and my first 3 weeks with Invisalign and how I've experienced that. I'm on tray 2, so I'm just kind of jump in here and tell you first things first. Read your instructions. There's some things out there on YouTube where they're saying you can do stuff, and I know there's always exceptions to rules, but read the instructions. It's pretty thick, but actually it's in several different languages, so just find your language. I took out the languages that didn't apply to me and made it really thin, and I think it's important to read those. So that would be my first suggestion. Second suggestion would be, what do you need to carry with you on a day in, day out basis? And I have a little pouch that I carry my Invisalign stuff in with me everywhere I go. If you're going to do it, commit to it. It is a lot of maintenance, a lot. So consider that when you're considering whether you're going to do regular braces or Invisalign braces. My set 1 came with, and I don't know if you can see that or not, no, because that's the bottom. So no, you can't see it with that. They had some little hooks here that should have been, if I can get that right for you, should have been right here. They were there. I took them off. The hooks are for rubber bands, which in my alignment, I will need that rubber band. And I'm doing this because my jaw is not aligned properly and it's causing headaches and locking when I talk, and it has just gotten to where something had to be done. So the benefit from that is they said that this will realign my jaw, and that Invisaligns were actually best for me because I grind my teeth and all that at night, and it's a protector from that. So I'm going to get that benefit as well as straight, pretty teeth. Now, I don't think my teeth are ugly. They never have bothered me. It never was something where I covered my mouth or anything like that. But I've learned a lot through this, and now I am conscious about my teeth. I did have a couple crooked ones here, and very crowded here. And now that it's been pointed out to me, I even have a crooked smile, and that's due to my jaw and the alignment. So all that will be fixed. But the little hooks that were on here hurt. And in the kit that my orthodontist gave me, it had some of this gum wax. This is a lifesaver. Use it. Use it from the beginning. Don't think, oh, I'll get used to it. The minute you feel something, put this on there, because your mouth's going to get cut up. I don't think as much as regular braces. Although I didn't have regular braces, I can just imagine what that would have been like. Also, your tongue. When you put these in, the bottom ones is where I had issues. And you put these in, and this inside right here was very sharp, and it cut my tongue. You can file those down or have your orthodontist do it if you're not comfortable with that, but just to smooth it off. You don't want to file anything away, just smooth that sharpness off. But don't give it 2 or 3 days, because that's too long. So that's my experience with that part of it. I would recommend, before you go in for your first visit to get your first set in, a couple hours before that, take something that you're able to take. I took this Aleve, and for the first couple days of each new tray, I take Aleve, because it is painful. Not pain as in sharp, but pain as in constricting. You can really feel a tightness. You can You, you know the trays are there. And after about 4 or 5 days, it's not, it doesn't hurt me. I'm aware that they're there. It messes with my speech. I have the list that everyone talks about. But just be prepared. If you can take a Tylenol or a Aleve or something like that, that should help with that. Always carry toothbrush and toothpaste with you. This is what I take with me out. At home, I use an electric, the round toothbrush. I like the Young Living Thieves, Theives, in case you couldn't understand with my wonderful lisp. Toothpaste. It leaves my mouth very clean, feeling well. They also have a, okay, my age is showing, my brain's not working. Dental floss. Now this is the one that came from the dentist, but Thieves also has a dental floss, which again, just that having that Thieves oil in there really gives a refreshing feel to the mouth. In addition to that, after I eat, I use these little picks to get down in between because I'm not home with my water pick, which I would also highly recommend you get. There's several brands out there. I don't remember which one mine is, and I don't have it here with me, but a water pick to really get in between those teeth. And you've got this plastic on your teeth all day long, and they recommend 22 hours a day. For me, I'm at 20 hours a day, sometimes 21, but you figure an hour in the morning because you need to clean them, and I do mine in the morning. When I get up, I take my retainers out and I put them in the solution. I don't have it here, but there are, I didn't bring one, retainer tablets, not denture cleaner, not mouthwash, but the Retainer Bright, I think there's one other brand out there, type tablets. Put them in there, soak them just like you would dentures, but these are not dentures. They're not as hard as dentures. They're made to last a couple weeks, not a year or so like dentures are. So I think that denture cleaner is a little bit too abrasive or too much for them. Be prepared to buy what you need to take care of your trays. It's important. You've spent a lot of money to do this. You want it done right. The maintenance of them comes in with that. What else? Oh, storing them. They give you 2 cases. It comes in your Invisalign pack. They give you a red one and they give you a blue one. Red is for your old or prior trays. Blue is for your current trays. Always, always, always put your aligners in the tray. Don't take them out and lay them on the side of the bed. Don't take them out and wrap them in a napkin. Take your trays, take care of them, and that keeps them safe. When you go to take your trays in and out, to put them in, push one tray at a time down on the front, work your way to the back. When you go to take them out, you do the opposite. Click them up in the back and work your fingers forward. Now don't click up in the back and try to get them off in the back because you could break that halfway through. There's a hinge point about right here. And you don't want to break that because then it's, another week or two to get a replacement tray. So just once you get it off the teeth in the back, work your fingers forward and it'll come off. What else? Oh, dry mouth. Yes, I have dry mouth, and I didn't before the Invisalign trays. So I think they're attributing to that, as well as some dry lips. Now, you can't wear regular lipstick, ladies, with Invisalign because you will get it all over here. It'll be awful. I did try the Maybelline 24-hour stain, and that did well. I had very minimal of it come off on my braces, but I decided that it wasn't worth it to me to have that potentially being able to be on my braces. So what I went with was just a typical clear lip gloss. This one happens to be the Mary Kay Satin Lips, but you know, any type of lip balm will work. Keep that on your lips because they also seem to get dry and peel. My lips were peeling. Chewies. Let's see, I think I have that in here. This also comes in your Invisalign starter pack. When you put your braces on, or your, I'm calling them braces or trays, your Invisaligns, you will gently do that to seat the trays. Now, this isn't something you eat on all day long, but whatever you do, don't put them in and then try to seat them with your other teeth, because you could break them. If they're not seated properly, you could crack it or break it. So be sure and use your Chewy to make sure that your trays are set properly. What else did I want to share with you guys today? Water only. Oh, let me tell you, I am a tea drinker. I like hot tea with cream in the morning, drink tea all day long. This is going to change your eating and your drinking habits significantly. When you have the trays in, water only. If not, you can stain them, plus whatever that is can get up underneath the trays and sit on your teeth all day long, and then you will have issues with cavities. So be prepared. Are you ready to restrict yourself to water only, except for basically breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's a sacrifice. Is it worth it to you? That's something for you to decide. It changed my routine in the mornings, so think about that. When I get up, take my trays out, put them in to clean. I have to go make my tea and drink it right away. I can't enjoy it on the way to work. Drink it before I leave because I have to put my aligners back in. And then I would also eat a breakfast bar or whatever on my way into work. That's got to be done in the morning before I leave the house. So think about what your routine is, and if you're willing to change that routine a little bit. In my case, it's going to be about 18 months. I will have some revisions to do afterwards. They've already told me that. I go back here in about a week, and it will be tray 3. At that point, they will put the little bumps, and it's like a kind of like a tooth filling, but they put them on your teeth, and the aligners have little bumps on them as well. There's a couple here. I don't know if you'll be able to see them or not, but there's some bumps on here, and they're going to make it where you can see them a little bit more on my teeth, so they're not completely invisible. What those do is turn the teeth that need to be, push them back, pull them out. They're just kind of a different way of aligning the teeth, and I'll let you know how that experience goes when I go through it. So that's next week to go through that. So far, I'm happy with them. When I did use some of the gum wax before I cut out those little hooks that I won't be able to cut out the next set, I just nipped them off, and this tray was much better than the first tray because I didn't nip them out for the first tray until the very end because I was chicken. I didn't want to ruin anything. So I used this wax, which helped, but cutting them off, I didn't have to use wax at all. However, my next tray, can't cut them out. They'll be putting the rubber bands on them. So this stuff right here will be my friend. No snacking, basically, because every time you eat, you cannot eat with these in your mouth. So every time you snack, you got to take them out. So it's cut out my snacking. It's cut out I'm drinking a lot more water, which I needed, so that's a win-win. I guess it forced me to drink the water. Um, they mentioned Invisalign diet, but you think if you have to cut out your snacks and you're not having extra drinks that you should lose weight. I haven't seen that so far, so it's kind of disappointing. I'd love to have seen that work already. It hasn't, but I still have faith. It's got to at some point. So as my orthodontist said, trust the process. Do what you're supposed to do. It only works if you work the program. Like I say, I'm at 20 hours a day. They recommend 22, but you figure an hour in the morning, an hour at lunch, an hour at dinner. To me, 21 is possible. 22 is tough unless you just eat and run. So keep that in mind. I hope this helps you make a decision on your Invisalign journey, and I will be posting another video here in a week or so on my Invisalign journey. I'm taking pictures as I change trays so I can keep up with my progress, but so far so good. If this video was helpful, please leave a comment down below, and like my YouTube channel. I'm new to this, so no professional editing or anything like that. Just what I've done is, my experience, and that's what I'm wanting to share with you. You'll have a great week, and I will talk to you later.